How am I doing on time?
You have 3 more hours.
Oh shit, I'll have to read everything I have to read. Go. Cool. I'll do a weird ass prose poem that's also from this new chapbook. So a couple of you now have this.
On consensual payment.
Yeah, weird, making me feel like a stripper again. So I'll do that, and then I'll do a series of sonnets from that, and then I'm gonna call it. This is called On Miracles and Their Weight. As soon as I die, I know something is wrong. I feel my chest still and the air drift out of my lungs. I cannot move. I cannot speak. The broken ribs where I usually calm mule kick me, twist and splinter as my chest collapses. I cannot scream. When my wife pushes my eyelids closed with her fingers, I no longer see anything other than the bright yellow lines of the midday sun, but I still hear her crying. A voice I know as my daughter cries out in terror and sorrow. My wife tries to comfort her. He is with Abraham now. And I shout that I'm not. Something is wrong, but I cannot make words, and I feel guilty for begging for myself rather than trying to comfort her, and my daughter's voice dwindles as my wife leads her away. When she was born, my wife named her Naomi, sweet, for protection, and as a prophecy, strange hands carry me into our home. And strange hands remove my clothes and knot me in linen. Strange hands carry me into the tomb my sister had purchased years before and pile stones across the doorway until the last traces of light disappear and the noises of the street are silenced. To pray at first. To beg Abraham to gather me in like he did my father and his father before him is selfish. To pray for myself rather than the family still mourning me, but terror is a selfish emotion. And all my knowledge that I need to be pure, now more than ever, cannot make it less so. My shameless slide across a tongue that will not move, and lips that will not open and make no sound, and I cannot know if they reach the patriarch's ears. Eventually I lie still. My skin pulls in on itself, making the linens that bind me into a too large husk. My lips curl away from my teeth, and the still, dry air steals the water from my mouth, and blood drifts through failing capillaries to pull at my back, flattening my skin with bruises. My belly swells with the beginnings of rot until my abdomen tears open, filling the air with a scent that would make me vomit if my throat or chest were still able to contract. I realize I will fall to pieces until there is nothing left to fall. I think I go mad after an eternity. Something changes. The rocks shift across my tomb's mouth, and my flesh begins to knit back together. There is a rushing sensation as blood lifts back into my flesh, a rise that pulls me from the ground. The crumpled bones of my chest straighten themselves, my eyes open, and air pours down my throat. I would scream at this sudden stretching of air-crisp throat and lungs, or their tearing as they expand, but I am consumed by coughing. The pain is over by the time my breathing is mine again. Men are arguing outside the tomb. I can hear them through a new-made gap in the stones. First, a voice I had never known before, the Lord has been dead for 4 days. And then a voice I know, Lazarus, come forth. I do. I arrive home at supper time, barefoot and wearing a borrowed robe. I haven't eaten since before my death, but my still collapsing stomach can't bear the thought of food. When I push through the cloth hung over our doorway, my wife looks up from the low-slung table we built in an attempt to seem richer than we were, and slumps, white-faced and silent, to the floor. My daughter looks up and shrieks and flees. I move to a wall next to the table and wait for my family to come back. Shivers ball my fists tight against my chest. The night we were married, while our family celebrated outside, my wife and I lay together in the darkness of our home and spoke softly, words we could not understand. I suggested we speak louder. She shook her head and continued speaking, and I felt her breath against my face, the shake of it in her flesh. Eventually she fell asleep. The breath and the movement continued to sit against the clay wall. Her body does not move except for the rise and fall of breath. I imagine broken ribs beneath her skin, and clutch the space where mine shattered, and I see death in her stillness. I wonder if daylight burns beneath her closed lids. I have a sudden hunger to replace the cloth across our doorway with a pile of stones. I taste bile in my throat and smile and wait for Abraham to bring me home. It will be a long wait. It will not be forever. Last poem for the evening.
Ah!
Meh.